I play difficult games because they piss me off, and you probably do too. I've been thinking about this for a while, asking myself, why am I so masochistic? And I could not come up with a reasonable answer. For me at least, I just love learning. I love learning a lot. I'm like a knowledgeophile or some shit, bro. The idea of figuring something out, or just learning about stuff, it's why I play tough games. I mean, I feel like the desire to figure out how do I stop being pissed at this game, or two, go further and break this game in half because of the way it hurt me. Maybe I gotta talk to a therapist about it. But I love figuring shit out in games, right? I'm the type of guy to sit in a lab, or not lab, sit in the training room all day and figure out combos of the character. I'll figure out set play that I'll never use in game, bro. Like niche tech, bro. I play Spider-Man in Marvel Rivals. I don't want it easy. I want to look at the skill ceiling and see the moon under it. Why do I love learning in games? It stems from playing RPGs. When you play RPGs, obviously, you kill things, you get experience, and that experience makes you stronger. It's that sense of progression. I feel like I'm leveling up without leveling up. I'm leveling up as a human. And that leveling up as a human makes me feel strong. It makes me feel stronger. I feel buffer, like I'm level 2 now. I'm level 3. Like, when I go from Iron 3 to Bronze in Valorant, I'm like, yeah, I'm better now. I learned how to use satchels, grenades, boomba. I learned to use Raze's as kid. I figured the character out. And that's why I love Valorant so much, even though I'm so dog shit. I'm like always bottom fragging. I'm just drawn to the harder characters in game. And I don't know. I don't think Raze is that hard, but maybe like Spider-Man and Marvel Rivals. I know people say he's difficult as hell, and he kind of was. A better example would be Yun from Third Strike, right? His super is kind of unintuitive, and when I saw that, first I picked him just because he has a skateboard, and I was like, man, I want to be the guy on the skateboard. He looks so cool, and he's got a fast walk speed and dive kicks. And then I looked up a video how to play Yun, and I was like, what the fuck is Grenadian? And I saw him doing all these cool juggles and shit, and it was manually inputted. That's the thing that made it seem so cool. He was probably not intended to be that fucking cool, but he is. Yeah? And that just resonated with me, and I'm a Yun main. Now, am I any good with Yun? Probably not, but I at least can play him. So there's that. Guilty Gear. I play a lot of Guilty Gear. I think I played more Guilty Gear than Strive specifically. Strive is great. And I was like, man, I only picked up Strive because I was like, I played a bit of Plus R, and I was like, oh, Slayer's coming out. Sick. Because I thought Slayer was hilarious in Plus R. In the meantime, while I waited for Slayer to come out, I picked up Zato because puppet character. I'm like, cool. That sounds fun. I want to jump people with 2 people. And then I figured out Eddie's my best friend now. Basically, I love him so much. Trying to figure out how negative edging and stuff was weird. It was complicated, but I figured it out. And like, now I can't stop playing Zato. Like, and whenever I think of Guilty Gear, I think of Zato. And that's, I shit you not, that entire month, every time in my spare time, I'm thinking of frog loops. I'm thinking of sandwich oki. I'm thinking of all sorts of stuff pertaining to Guilty Gear in my spare time, in my sleep, on the way to class, on the way out of class. I'm just thinking, man, how do I do this? How do I do this in the command grab? Blah 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 blah. I'm just thinking, because that's what hard games do. Whether it's a fighting game, it's Valorant, whether it's any roguelike, right? That's why I like roguelike so much, because you're like, damn, I should have done this in this last run. I should have done that in that last run. It's great. You're like, oh, I made this mistake here. I'm going to run it back, and I'm not going to make that mistake here. And then you don't make that mistake, and you go further, and you're like, holy fuck, I was not supposed to make it this far. But you did, because you learned. And it's that feeling of that you learned, that positive feedback that comes from learning that makes that kind of difficulty so much fun. That, I guess, is a knowledge check, so to speak. What I don't like is the difficulty that comes from just do better, bro. Like, you know what you do, you already know what to do, but your hands just ain't doing it. That's the difficulty I can't stand, bro. I can't stand that kind of difficulty. Like, I played getting over it for like 2 seconds, I dropped it. I could not stand it. I know, skill issue. It's just, even with, now you might be thinking, well, that's the same thing. Well, you play fighting games. Isn't it like, I know what a Hadouken is, but I just can't do it as consistently? Well, yeah, but actually, on second thought, maybe I should go back and play some of those ridiculously hard games, because even with fighting games, there's something viscerally satisfying about hitting some shit that's really hard to do especially against another opponent. It doesn't even have to be another opponent. Like, maybe you no-hit a boss in, like, Dead Cells or something. It's nice. There's something really cool about it. It just makes me feel like the man for hitting that shit, just cause it's hard to do. So, yeah, I guess I could see the appeal for that kind of difficulty in games. And the more difficult, the more satisfying. And maybe, yeah. Especially, that's why I like watching high-level gameplay, is another way of learning. It's just, you pick up all this stuff from watching the better people, the things that you would never have thought of, or at least you think you never would have thought of in a million years. And you're like, man, I cannot wait to implement this. And then you don't. You completely forget about it. And then you remember, oh, shit. let me try that thing I was thinking about. And then it fucking works. And then you're on cloud 9, bro. Then I'm like, this is why I play video games. This is why I play hard games. It's for moments like these. And then you go on like a 5-game loss streak, and then you question why you're doing things, right? And I don't know. It's a weird cycle. And like everyone will tell you it's like willpower, right? It's the willpower, it's the determination to do the thing. But I really think it's just, how do I say? I just like learning. When I figure it out, I want it to click in my head. I want to figure it out. That's why I keep playing hard games, because I'm like, I'm going to figure you out. You look like a game I could figure out. When I do, I move on to another game so I can suffer more. That's really all it is. But that's why I play hard games. That's why maybe that's why you play hard games. I don't know. Tell me why you play hard games. And, oh shoot, I was supposed to ask you to like and subscribe. Yeah, do that. Alright, peace.